Today we're kicking off the last chance qualifiers, and it's just that. It is the last chance for teams to qualify their spot into the $4 million LAN in Copenhagen in October. But a lot of you guys have questions. How's it gonna work? Who do I think is doing really well coming into it? And also, what is happening next season with competitive? Are we gonna have an FNCS? Is it gonna go to solos? Are we finally gonna go away from duos? I wanna answer all those questions, but also talk about all the craziness we had today. We had MrSavage win his first tournament today in over 600 days. He hasn't won a tournament since he played with Benji Fishy. We also had one of the weirdest duo cash cups on NA where we almost had Clix bring it home, which is a huge sign for two of the biggest teams coming into last chance major. So, lot to cover. Let's jump into it. So we have already had 50 teams qualify for the $4 million LAN in Copenhagen. I know what you think. If we already have 50 teams, what is the last chance major for? It's because we actually have 75 teams going to Copenhagen for the LAN event. And there's going to be 2 days of qualifiers at that LAN event. So the last 25 teams that get their spot to go is going to be from this last chance major. There's 25 spots up for grabs across the 6 regions. EU gets 9 spots, NA gets 8, Brazil gets 3, OC and Middle East get 1, and Asia gets 3. So how is the tournament actually running? Anyone who is in Diamond Division is eligible to play, and I know there's been some confusion there. Epic have tweeted out, and if you look at the official rules, it says Diamond, but in the actual compete tab, it's Plat. So at this point, I don't know if you're Platinum. Try and queue up. If you can get in, awesome. If not, it's going to be Diamond, and there's going to be 3 rounds. The first round is open to anyone, either Platinum or Diamond, and then the top 250 teams are going to move on to round 2. Of that 250, the top 50 are going to move on to the finals, and then once in the finals, it's going to be 6 games, and afterwards the top whatever amount I just said are going to qualify through to the LAN event. You are going to get regular points for the flag, you're going to get points for the vaults, and also you're going to get regular FNCS scoring for wins and elimination. So if a team comes 9th on NA, they get nothing. There is no prize pool, it is just qualification through to the LAN event, so obviously a really big deal. You can definitely expect any team or player who's already halfway out the door, they're not really enjoying Fortnite, they aren't liking it too much, if they don't make this LAN event, they are going to quit the game. I think we're gonna see a lot of people really upset who are gonna be quitting, and then when they actually sit down and think about it, they're gonna come back and start competing again. But at this point, you're going to see a lot of tweets over this weekend of pros quitting the game. Any team who has already qualified for the last chance major, like Canada who just won FNCS, they are not able to play. If they have qualified through one of the last 3 FNCSs, they're one of the 50 teams already going, they are ineligible from playing last chance major because they would just be playing to grief. A lot of people questioning that. They should be able to play for the practice, they should be able to fight for their drop spot. Because there's no prize money, they could literally just play, qualify for the finals, pick a team they don't like for whatever reason, and then just make sure they don't make the LAN. It would have been really iffy. I'm honestly happy Epic made the choice to not let them play. A lot of the players are looking to coach their friends or just sit back and watch the game, so it should be exciting regardless. I know I wanted to try and give my predictions of who I think is going to qualify for this, but the more and more I look at all of the teams who aren't in this, I have no idea where to even start. I'm going to start with 2 of the bigger teams, obviously the most notable and a lot of eyes on them. We have Clix and Epic Whale on NA, and we have MrSavage and Vadeal on EU. And luckily for both those teams coming into last chance major, they're looking really good. As I said earlier in the video, we actually had Vadeal and MrSavage win the EU Duo Cash Cup today. 373 points, 6 matches, and 1 win. You're probably thinking, what happened? Why did they play so much better? They switched their drop spots. They stopped dropping naughty nets. They went the racetrack and they popped off. And I know you're thinking, but Malabuka and Thomas, no way we're going to see MrSavage contest Malabuka again. Remember, Malabuka and Thomas have already qualified for Copenhagen. They will not be playing the last chance major. Now, I've talked about a few times in my videos, Vadeal has been tweeting a lot about how he is just really done with Fortnite. He is almost definitely going to quit if they don't qualify. So there is a lot riding on this team, but after their performance yesterday in the Duo Cash Cup finals, I have really high hopes coming into last chance major. New drop spot, and they're looking amazing. Now, Clix and Epic Well, they've had a very odd season. If they're not getting stream sniped by hackers, which sadly is almost every tournament, they've done really well, but we haven't had a lot of chance to see them. And sadly, because scrims are the way they are right now, with just custom servers being a little bit iffy, all of the items not being in competitive that are in public matches to run the scrims, they're a nightmare. So they haven't had a lot of practice, but again, in today's or yesterday's Duo Cash Cup finals, they came second on 336 points, 6 matches and 1 win. But I gotta say, the NA Duo Cash Cup was a little bit Mickey Mouse. Because we had the Champions Console Cup on at the same time with a much bigger prize pool, a lot of the teams who were playing in the Cash Cup just ended up playing in that. For about 3 of the 6 games, I think maybe 4 of the 6 games, it literally started with like 60 players. So you have to take that with a grain of salt. But again, it was another opportunity for Clix and Epic World to practice that they just didn't properly get. So I am really worried for this team coming into this weekend. I think Clix has said on stream that he plans to not stream any of that. He doesn't want to get targeted. He doesn't want to get stream sniped. He doesn't want to go through any of the issues him and Epic Whale are going through. So off stream, they do look like a completely different team. When they're not dealing with all the other craziness that comes with Clix's stream, they are looking pretty solid. If Clix and Epic Whale do not make the LAN, it would be, I feel, devastating for competitive Fortnite. And not just because of Clix's audience and how many eyes he brings to competitive Fortnite. This is the Epic Whale. 3rd place at World Cup, one of the all-time LAN GOATs, did really, really well at Saudi, has done well pretty much at every LAN he has gone to. It would be really sad to not see him in the finals as well. So those are the 2 teams I have biggest eyes on, as well as pretty much the whole community. I really hope Yanis and Rezon can bring it as well. They got really, really unlucky in the qualifying FNCS weeks. I've never seen a team do so well in Cash Cups and then struggle in FNCS. Even in Opens, they struggled to make it out of Opens in 2 of the 3 weeks, yet they are one of the best Opens teams in Cash Cups. So I don't know if it's pressure, I don't know what's happening, but I know if they play as well as they can, they are 100% going to make it to Copenhagen. Speaking of the Champions Console Cup, it was a bit unfortunate for some of the teams who were playing yesterday. Despite there being points for the flag and for getting the vaults, or there was supposed to be in the rules, Fortnite had to tweet out about half an hour into EU that you will not get points for capturing the flag or the vault, and it was going to stay that way throughout all of CCC. So I don't know if this is just some kind of weird formatting issue. I don't know if they messed up something on the back end, but sadly, a lot of teams whose strategy relied around them going for the flag missed out on qualifying if they got their points. And yes, they tweeted out, but unless you're constantly sitting on Twitter or you're going to people's streams, you just wouldn't know. And maybe you would have noticed after the first game you didn't get points, but there are already a lot of existing bugs that make you not get your points from the flag that would be very easy to think, oh, it just bugged, don't worry, we'll get it next game. And then you don't get it next game. And unfortunately, a lot of teams did not realize. It looks like for the entire CCC, you will not be getting points for the flag. But as far as FNCS Last Chance Major goes, I believe you will get points for the flag and the vault, and you will also have Siphon. But again, anything can happen. It's epic. Things keep changing last minute right now. All right, sorry, I can't believe I forgot this. I had to mention, we now have the best pro player in Fortnite history. It has been decided. We now have a player who has an average placement of 2nd in every single duo set lobby final they've ever played. Ken Beans has now joined the ranks. He has come 2nd place in 100% of his duo Cash Cup finals games, now placing 2nd in the first and only game he played today. I thought I had to give a special moment in the video for that one. Round of applause to Ken Beans. He was playing alongside Reciprocal. You're probably wondering, why did he only play 1 game? Well, it's because Ken wanted to make sure that all the other players had a chance to earn, because he already makes so much money from his YouTube. No, but seriously, Reciprocal was playing in the Champions Console Cup, so he had to qualify for that. Ken Beans knew this before he played with and qualified to the finals, but hey, Ken Beans, the official GOAT, in case he never makes a finals again, he now has the best average placement of all time. Let's go, baby. Come on. Come on.
With you, on me. Get out. Get out.
I have gone comms. It's Ken Beans!
Bro.
Was that Ken? Did Clix just not win the Cash Cup because of Ken motherfucking Beans?
Damn, it's a no, it's true.
Honestly, no, there's no shame in going down to the GOAT. Oh my, Ken Beans with a 1v2 on Epic Whale and Clix. That is crazy. Wait, this is Ken. Well, technically it was 2v2. But I think Ken got both kills. Come on, Ken. Come on, Ken. If Ken wins this, he has a 100% win rate in Duo Cash Cup finals. Never mind. But honestly, valiant effort. Ken Beans, baby. Let's go. As always, I'll be doing massive streams on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Aussie Antics. Swing by, come check it out. It's going to be a ridiculous weekend of Fortnite.